I'm live. I'm live. I'm streaming. Hello. Hello. What's up, everyone? Hi. All right. YouTube still isn't showing me my stream, but it says that I'm live. So, what are we doing today? Yeah. You know what we're doing today. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't think I was gonna stream today, so I didn't think to set everything up to play something else. We're playing more Celeste. Maybe this time, because I'm not gonna drink alcohol, and I didn't drink beforehand, I'm actually gonna make progress. That's, that scary thought, big idea. That's the big plan. It's the big plan. So yeah. Ooh, kind of awkward. I just got a direct message. Just give me a second. Alright. So. Yeah, it's you, Mega. Alright. Strange profile name, but you know. Yippee! Stream on now! Yep. Okay. Sorry, I just had to quickly respond to someone real quick. Because, kind of awkward. Kind of awkward time to reply for them. I think we're good to go. Olympus. I feel a bit energetic, what you could say. I could say a little bit. Why do I keep wanting to say I feel zesty? I do not in any way feel zesty. Why does my brain keep going to that word? That vocabulary. Alright, anyways. We are playing a game made by a few people. Honestly, imagine if they made like a good game. That would be crazy. I'm kidding, of course. Why am I in here? I should have. Your second name change, so you can't change it for a year or something. But also, since your name, you had to match it with the profile picture. Damn, did you lose a bet or something like that? Or why are you stuck as the true femboy man enjoyer? I'm still gonna call you Mega Man because that's a funny name. Again, I keep thinking back to that rapper who made that song about he did lose a bet. Yeah. You're gonna do some Deathless? Alright, good luck. And I keep thinking of that one rapper who made that one song about Mega Man, where in the announcement trailer there's like a guy trying to punch a wall and destroy something in a shopping mall. And he's like, "Why you doing that, man?" Oh, the rapper name was J-Eazy. There we go, that's what it was. J-Eazy ain't dropped yet. And everyone kept reposting that one dumbass video. Dude, I finally got it back, man. It was fucking J-Eazy who made that. Bro, he was so funny. Especially in that one video where all the Guilty Gear cosplayers couldn't keep up with how fast he was running in the music video. They were all visibly out of breath. Oh, man. Hey, welcome home, Azero. Ezro, sorry. I was trying to remember your name instead of reading it, and, let's just say my mental faculties didn't quite use the recall method properly. Should you watch the music video? I don't know. I never watch it. Excuse me? Are you seeing my stream? Did my stream just cut out? No one ever gets your name correct. Everyone just reads it as An0. Oh, but it's an Ezra. The intrusive thought to tap a frying pan which is on the hob. Yeah, for some reason you really want to shake it for some reason. You came in the stream pros after like 2 seconds, thanks YouTube. Well, anyways, I hope I'm back. That was very strange because my internet didn't go out. It was just YouTube who decided to, I don't know, man. I don't think we're gonna be receiving any more of your data. In fact, I think we're actually gonna freeze your stream. Hope that's okay with you, pal. Ooh. But I hope it's back up now. That's my hope. It's my Star Wars A New Hope. Anyways, welcome home, So We Do Stuff. The intrusive thought to say Ubu is immeasurable. Okay, they get worse and worse every time. You know, at this point I've said it so many times. when I first started streaming, I was like, no, I don't want people to have a voice clip of me saying that. And I feel like the more time has passed, the more desensitized I've gotten to it. You know, while at first I might be resilient to saying my home address, I think eventually I'll become desensitized. I'll start saying my home address and phone number all the time, which is what I'm scared of. That's my biggest fear. I lay in bed awake at night, that I accidentally say my IP address and my phone number and my real name and my occupation and my street address out loud. It's just on accident, you know. It happens. By the way, because the stream buffered, most of you are probably half a minute behind, so be sure to skip ahead. After YouTube buffers, it usually does not put you back onto live, it just puts you back to where it started buffering. Gonna watch a video on how to sound like a femboy. Man, that just sounds like you're gonna do trans vocal training, I'm not gonna lie. But you do you. Honestly, speaking of femboys, when trying to open the music playlist that I used for stream music for the beginning of the stream, I saw I accidentally clicked on the live streams playlist where it shows all my live streams, and there was a stream from like 2022, like December, so you know, less than 2 years ago, and it's insane. What the fuck do you mean? I looked so much like a twink. I've changed so much in 1 year. Don't get me wrong, I still kind of do look like one, but back then, dude, I don't know how I thought I wasn't hot. What's the first I've gotten to? I haven't beaten my record in the last few streams. Mostly just been goofing around. Record is still that one badeline room in chapter 6. Boom. Oh man, I feel very talkative today, which is good. Alright. Maybe if I just start speaking in a heightened voice again, and eventually, you know, I'll start going back to being femboyish. Who knows? Whoever just enjoyed that, send a flushed emoji in the reactions, please. Just trying to test something. I wonder if reactions actually do matter. I'll have to have a live measurement of the stream delay. You know, the stream delay that all you cutie patooties are experiencing. Oh no, I already did that fucking new age women voice fry at the end of my sentences. I committed too fast. Oh, now it's changed to love hearts? We're going pretty fast, man. Alright. There's a different way to do other than just heightening your voice pitch. Hiss gently like a cat, not using vocal cords higher, and then speak using that. No, I will not be meowing on stream. Sound like a No. Thoughts on goats? I would prefer not to answer that question. Sorry, just my mind was just wandering randomly for no apparent reason. Alright. No, not meowing, it's a voice training method. I don't know much about voice training methods. Never really looked into them, surprisingly enough. I don't know, maybe you would be very surprised to hear that. I should get cat ears, or you should get cat ears. I think your answer is probably we should both get cat ears. Chat, maybe I should make a sub goal eventually of getting cat ears. It's not going to be 250 because 250 is dressed to impress. We all know that. You know, we all do. It's in the codec, it's in the handbook, it's in the stream rules, it's everywhere. It's not in the stream rules, I'm not going to put it there. I'm not gonna write it down, I'm not going to put it in writing. I'm actually going to unlist all my VODs where I talk about doing it at 250, and then I'm not going to do it once I reach the sub goal. By the way, if you want to see that, be sure to plug new people to subscribe to my chat, you know. It's for your interest, it's for your common interest, you know. Since all of you really want to see me Play that video game. Anything else you need for femboy attire? Probably a Blahai shark from IKEA. You know, the shark plushies. The Blahai. I actually know how to pronounce it. It's not Blahaj. If you hear someone say Blahaj, they're not a true IKEA enjoyer. Alright. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Eventually I really do want to get a voice, like a soundboard where I can record voice clips live and play them back. You know, eventually I do want to get a soundboard or a voice board where I can, you know, record voice clips and then play them back. You know, eventually, but maybe some thigh-high socks with goats on them. I'm just gonna say I'm not gay, but, you know, that's the closest anyone's gotten to seducing me in that gender category. Oh, man. These jokes are vile. You died on chapter 1? No! That really is a colon D moment. Alright. Got the first switch pressed down. The first Nintendo Switch has been depressed. By the way, Chad, if I die here, you shouldn't be upset because the first attempt... If I lose on the first attempt, it doesn't actually count. You know, it doesn't. It just... It don't. Instead... you should... You know, this is basically a freebie. If I win, I win. But if I lose, I don't lose, you know? That's how it goes on the Mycromator stream. Nah, man. What did I hear? I'm breaking character for that. Nah. I'm sorry. You're trying to beat chapter 9 and you're at the power box part right now? Or you're somewhat close to the end, maybe? You are... I hate to break it to you. There's still a... how do I say this in the nicest way possible? There's still a little bit left to go. I'll say it that way. Or do you mean that very last... Do you mean the power box part where you got like the big one with the multiple keys? Or the power box part where you're doing a 10-minute room? That's like a 5-minute room, but you know. It's like a 3-minute room actually, but it feels like 5. And when you're talking about 5 minutes, then it's basically 10. But no, either you're at the very end or you're like halfway through. About. Well, there are like 5 lock blocks. Oh, yeah, okay. Yep. You still have quite a ways to go, I'll say. I'm not going to make any statements on the quality of what's left, but... Or the difficulty, but, you know. It's just not that close to the end, is what I'll say. Alright. Maybe as a special exclusive, a goat fursuit. Man, you're really trying to get me, huh? Not chat. I'm getting messages from girls in my DMs right now, literally during the stream, and I'm not replying. I'm ignoring them. You're more important to me. The grind set, you know? It actually is really funny. Women keep messaging me while I'm streaming, and I have to ignore them for this epic Mycromator content live stream. And I'm totally not lying to you. Alright. Let's not die to this room, actually. Oh, fuck! Okay. I'm gonna close my window. You hope there is an epic boss fight in chapter 9? I don't want to spoil anything for you. Then again, you seem like I ignore girls from my 96.8%, 96.8% male audience. Yeah, but they don't watch me play Celeste for 2 hours. So, you know, who's the real winner here? Actually, they probably would watch me play Celeste for 2 hours if I asked them. But that just doesn't seem like a very nice thing to do in real life to someone. At least when I'm streaming, I'm being funny and there's other people in chat to interact with. In real life, that seems kind of sad. It seems like the guy who doesn't know anything, inviting this girl over to his place and just playing ranked League for 2 hours, expecting her to sit in the other chair and watch. What's next after I do beat Celeste without dying? There's quite a few things I want to do. First of all, I don't think I'm gonna beat it before I move on to other things. Like in November, I'm definitely gonna be playing New Soup Wii. That's gonna be pretty fun. And other than that, I want to play some more Isaac. I want to beat Pikmin 2. That's gonna be pretty good. I really want to play Pikmin 2 on stream. That's my favorite Pikmin game by far. And I don't understand the hate on it. I really don't get it. If you hate Pikmin 2, I hate to break it to you, you just don't like Peak. I mean, Pikmin 4 is good, but it doesn't have the same awesome vibes as Pikmin 2. Isaac and the Binding? Yeah, sure. I mean, there'll be days when I don't want to have a content stream, and I just want to play something. That's gonna be the Isaac streams. Or Mario Kart streams. Now you're on Chapter 2, that's progress. Eventually you're gonna die on Chapter 3, and then, after a lot more time, you're gonna die on Chapter 4. And that's how I did it. Except I almost skipped Chapter 6, because first try on Chapter 6, I got to the battle and boss fight. Oh, you're working on your second Isaac file? That's nice. Yeah, so Smash or Pass Logo Edition. What do you mean Logo Edition? What kind of logos would you put in there? Would you fuck the McDonald's M? I don't know, man. I gotta think about that for a second. The Volkswagen logo. You like that? Does that tickle your fancy? You getting erect from that? You getting hard? I'm not sure. I feel like logistically it would be quite unpleasant, you know, with the sharp edges and all. I think the McDonald's M would be plenty more comfortable, you know, considering the arches. Still wouldn't do it. The McCussy. No, not the McCussy. Alright. Like Pepsi or Adobe and Android. Also, with my question, you invoke the fifth. Alright. But no, I really don't understand what, like, Smash or Pass logos would entail. Like, would I fuck the SAP logo? I don't know. I don't think I would. Like IHOP? I don't know that logo of IHOP. Do I look like an American? I might have seen it once, you know, referencing a YouTube video or something. No! Oh no, the block went past. I accidentally activated it too early and I couldn't catch it anymore. All of you just got goosebumps from that, didn't you? You sick fucks. I'm playing with your emotions. I wouldn't fuck Colonel Sanders, no. Firefox? That's a fucking fox. Duolingo? That's a bird. Would you fuck a bird? I wouldn't. Not like the only two I could think of where, you know, this question might be valid. It's like Starbucks or, I don't know, Wendy's or something. By the way, Wendy's nuts at your face. Like, what the fuck am I meant to say? Like, would I fuck the Snickers logo? I don't know. If it was a goat human, then it's a different answer. You think so? I may as well be asking about mascots by that point. Yeah, exactly. Logos, it's just a weird category for this. Now, Smash or Pass Pokemon, on the other hand, it would be no to all of them. Except Zoroark, because he can look like anyone. And maybe Ditto, because Ditto can also look like anyone. Also, not base form Zoroark. Zoroark transformed. I want to make that abundantly clear. Xbox logo? I don't know. See, the sharp edges. Not my thing. Alright. Why do the blocks make such a strange noise? I never thought about it, but what are they powered by? Is it magic mountain energy? Maybe all of Celeste is just a dream, and Madeline is actually currently in an overdose coma because she tried to kill herself. But that's just a theory. A game theory. New Celeste theory just dropped. Think about the Olympics logo with how sweaty it would be. I hate the fact that I read that message out loud. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes I make mistakes. You know, sometimes I do. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I made it. I made it. Okay, let's see. By the way, this is still the first run, by the way. Also, that just soiled my that just sealed my fate. That didn't soil my fate. That just soiled myself. I just shat from that. No, that just sealed my fate. I'm not gonna beat chapter 4 because I said it was the first run. You can't acknowledge that you're making good progress because that leads to failure. You need to treat everyone with apathy. That's actually that's what I've been telling Chad all the time, you know. Don't get attached to anyone. Just like you shouldn't get attached to anyone or anything in real life, you know. Take up a seasonal Alaskan fishing job and, you know, don't get attached to anyone or anything. Let your life drift away as you're working away in the freezing cold. Apple logo. Again, would you fuck like a real life apple? I don't think I would. I'm not that desperate. I beat chapter 4. I might have beaten chapter 4. You know, I might have. Yeah. I just did that. That was really funny, actually. Or at least that's what Marvel movies told me. We interrupt this regularly scheduled program to tell you to subscribe. Not really that useful. Today's stream viewership is quite low. But that's been the case for the last 2 Celeste streams. I feel like the big Celeste era is over. I've hit my peak. I must play something new to get new viewers again. The YouTube meta has moved on. That was nice. You know, the 15 viewer Celeste streams, that was pretty cool. That's the life of a small streamer for you. Alright. But this run is actually going pretty well, you know? Chapter 5, first run. I feel like today's gonna be a good day for progress. Like, at least making it here once is already pretty good progress, you know? Yeet me up! By the way, also be sure to like the stream if you're watching it. Maybe it can reach some more people that way. And then, if it reaches more people will subscribe, making a stream where I play Dress to Impress more likely. You know. Just saying. Maybe I should also change up the thumbnail and title next time I stream. That would also be a good idea. Maybe I'll take some new photos and won't use the same pictures I took 2 years ago. Ooh, nice. Red bubble. You're always here, so you mostly watch my streams while doing homework and you keep yourself entertained. That's pretty nice, thank you. Push the button. Push the button. Alright, we're in the mirror now, boys. We're in the mirror. We're in the mirror. Quick question. Do I enjoy goats? Because if you saw one that was a human, then you invoke the fifth. I invoke the fifth. I'm not going to answer that question. Alright, chat. We're in the mirror. We're in the mirror. I'm going to go on to, I'm going to go on to eBay and sell a mirror never used. You know, I never looked at it. It's an unused mirror. It's basically new. Like, sure, I might have opened it, but I didn't use it. So, you know, it must be in mint condition. I do think it's really funny when people do sell mirrors online and they try to take a picture of the mirror and you can always see the reflection. They always fail to take a picture where you cannot see the reflection. It's really funny. But honestly, it's kind of strange. I feel like I've never bought a mirror. I feel like all the mirrors I have in my life are just kind of like, they all kind of like spawned. Maybe that'll change in the future. Maybe someday I will buy mirrors. And I'll see myself slowly grow old and decrepit. Slowly use my youth that I wasted playing games instead of going out and learning new things, acquiring skills. But just maybe I'll also never buy a mirror, you know. That's also possible. Maybe I'll just get every mirror I ever have gifted to me, so, you know. You never know. Haha. Alright, be sure to dash at me, you fucking idiot. Ooh, whoa. You were a little bit feisty there. A little double dash, a little Mario Kart double dash from the guy. Mario Kart double dash fucking sucks. The only reason we are currently in an era where people think it is the best Mario Kart is because that's the one that the current generation of content creators grew up with. And in fact, we're slowly seeing a resurgence of people saying Mario Kart Wii is the best one, because that's the one that the newest content creators grew up with. But that's just how the internet works. You know, I still really remember when people were really, really, really high praising the Mario Kart 64, because, you know, again, that's the one they grew up with. And then it switched to Double Dash, and it's gonna switch to Mario Kart Wii, and eventually we're gonna see videos where people are saying Mario Kart 7 is the most underrated Mario Kart game. You already know it's gonna happen. Look at all those Super Mario Galaxy video essays. You just realized you entered Chapter 3 looking for berries and ended up speedrunning? Nice. Alright, we made it to Theodore. What's up, big man? I'm gonna carry you out of this fucking place. God-forsaken place. I mean, it's supposed to be a, you know, a place where God is present. It's a temple. At the end of the day. But, you know, I mean, it's kind of working. Considering that I was the one who entered it. I'm trying a different approach to beating this. You know, instead of fear, I have the utmost confidence. To a degree that some would consider to be unhealthy. And maybe it'll work. Maybe I just straight up beat it, you know? Honestly, I feel like we don't appreciate the fact that at any moment I could just like have a goated run and I just beat the game. Like, it's possible. Not very likely. It's like a monkeys on typewriter situation, you know? That's actually kind of scary. I didn't like him dashing at me there. Alright, big boy. He's actually not that big. I don't know why I call him big boy. What is going on in my chat? We're just oh-woing, ooh-wooing now? Or are you just trying to get me to say that, you know? Alright. Other seeker is gone and I died to this one. I died in an attempt where there was only one guy. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. That's pretty. That's pretty. That's pretty fucking awesome, man. All right. If given the right amount. A monkey could eventually press the right buttons to get a world record for Celeste given the right amount of time and tries. I don't think so. I actually don't think they could. Because I don't think it would physiologically be possible. Alright, anyways, I guess we're trying again. To all those who stuck by after the failure, be sure to like the stream and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want to see me actually beat this. And if you want to see me play Dress to Impress, I guess, because I did promise that to chat at 250. I don't want to play Dress to Impress, I'm gonna be honest. God, am I gonna have to fucking dress up like a woman, aren't I? Oh no. I feel like if I make a promise that I would dress up like a femboy for that stream, people would take out advertising space on Times Square in order to get my sub count up. Alright. Let's get the crystal. You don't know how I just keep going? Because if you died, you'd rage quit for at least 5 days. No, you just gotta keep moving, you know? Ball up top, you know? If you let it get to your head, if you get invested in the runs, you're never gonna beat it. Don't put any weight in the runs, and you're just gonna keep going. You must got to level 4 today, you start doing this challenge as well. Oh, you mean 5? That's pretty good, that's a good score. It's a good distance. I feel like you got past the hardest part, you know? As soon as you get past chapter 3, progress goes in a completely different pattern, you know? Like, chapter 3 is the great filter of runs. I have a much higher success rate on chapter 4 than I do on chapter 3, and I'm 100% sure about that. So chapter 3 is so long, I feel. But maybe that's just me because I don't like the chapter. Whee! Like chapter 1 and 2, you know, chapter 1 takes me, how much did this take? 138? 136, that's a pretty good time. That's not the best time in the world. I wasn't speedrunning, but 136 just randomly? Pretty good. Foreskin City. I think I'm, so am I gonna be a femboy for Dress to Impress? No. That's gonna have to be an entirely different sub-goal. Mega Man. That's gonna have to be something much larger. Did I just say Foreskin City? Yeah, it's called that. I think I'm gonna get a strawberry in every chapter today. I think that's gonna be the luck I need for this run. I almost just skipped too early. That was pretty scary. Ooh, how about 500 subs and I'm... No, not for a week, for a stream. Though I will say, you do know how to negotiate. You know, you start off with a ridiculous offer. So all other offers have to play in that realm of possibilities. But no, I'm not for any money being a femboy for a week. What's a badeline? Okay, that was pretty scary. Because I missed the dash there. That's why it was kind of scary. Who? Huh. Hawk. Tua. I'm sorry about that. I just instinctively said talk Tua to someone on text. And I honestly really hope that they are not terminally online enough to know that reference, because I said talk to a later, which, you know, I don't know why my brain did that. I don't know. I was like, oh, this is a good message to send. You don't think Foreskin City and Forsaken City are the same thing? Okay, for second city, 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 first city, first city. It's basically the same, you know. It's like if you underpronounce the A, it's basically Forskin City, you know. Forskin City, for second city, for second city. And I'm still trying to come up with a way to make old site into old balls, but I haven't made it work yet, so. I'm not gonna kiss a goat live. That, you know, I'd have to like do a whole ass live stream setup, and bring it to like a wild park to find a goat. That's not the budget I would have at 1,000 subs. That would be the kind of thing you do at like 10k, when you actually start earning money. I'm doing all this for free, chat. For my personal enjoyment. For a goat photo. I mean, honestly, I think I've been next to goats before, but I think next time I'm next to one, I'm definitely gonna have to take a photo with them, just to have it in the bank, you know, just so when someone asks it, I actually have a position to negotiate. All right, key in the hole, key in the hole, key in the hole. Alright, by the way, chat, be sure to like the stream if you want new people to find it. Helps, I think. I'm not sure, I'm not the YouTube algorithm, but there must be a reason why YouTube tells me that I should say that, you know. Like, you know, maybe it works. Alright, let's put the key in the hole. Put the key in the keyhole. Let's put the key in your pee hole. Think before you speak, Mycromator. Think before you speak. No. Alright, so, we're in chapter 3 now. Update, big update. Second run, chapter 3. First run, chapter 5. We're gonna die on this run. We're gonna die in chapter 5 on the exact same secret room we've died 2-3 times now. So I hope you're excited for that. It's about 20 minutes into the run, so I think it was 26 minutes last time. So in like about 20 minutes, this run's gonna be reset. So you can just like come back later when I die in that room. I'm kidding, of course. You're not allowed to come back later. If you leave now, I'm going to hurt myself. I shouldn't say these things. This is not a funny bit. I've actually never done self-harm. Which secret room? There's like one where there's 2 seekers and you have like this one dash block that moves across the screen at the bottom. That one. It's while you're carrying Theo. Don't lock us in the basement again. No. Well, then you better stick by this run and not come back in 20 minutes. Alright, let's quickly scratch my eye. I've gotten this bad habit of scratching my eye with my middle finger because it's most convenient. But with the way I do it, it just looks like I'm giving people the finger sometimes. It's probably suboptimal, you know? Like when I go and scratch a little bit like this, it seems like I'm trying to send a subliminal message. You bet most of the people watching don't know my central love for goats and furry goats. I don't have one of those. I don't have that at all. Yeah. No, I mean, it's not that secret. It's in a YouTube video. It's like an old Salmon Run video. It's called something like Salmon Run. Oh, I think it's called Who's the Salmon Run Goat. I think that's what I called it. It's kind of funny. I can hyper grab while standing on the block instead of standing in front of it. Yeah. Maybe that's the strat. I think the best strat would just be to not play in a stupid way like I did the last few times. Like, I know how to beat that room. I beat it most of the time. It's just for some reason during these runs, that room's become kind of a stickler, you see. I feel like it's kind of like anything. You know, today, I decided to learn all the regions of France, all the metropolitan regions, through a geography quiz. And you'll notice that there's like one name I keep forgetting, but for some reason, all the other names, they just stick easily. Which is because, I don't know, maybe because I'm focusing on that name and not forgetting that one. So my brain's like, oh, time to delete that from memory. Maybe it's with that room as well, because I'm scared to die in it. It's like, I die in it. But on the other rooms, I'm not scared to die in them, so I don't make the mistakes. By the way, I could fucking knock that quiz out right now. I could do all the regions of France. Chat, should I just do a live stream where I name all the countries, their capital cities, and their flags? Smash or pass whatever chat says edition? No. You're just gonna say goat. I know it. And also, it's a much less fun format than you think. Especially when most of the people in chat are virgins, so they only know about sex conceptually. So it's not even that interesting, you know. What's the capital city of Switzerland? Well, it's obviously Bern. Well, it should be Zurich, but it is Bern officially. Okay, officially Switzerland doesn't have a capital city. But the one where they have all the government buildings is Bern. Well, actually, wait. I'm the only one chatting as well. Or one of the other ones. What do you mean? Well, I don't know. I would just assume that most people watching this stream have not lost their virginity. I don't think they have. I'm sorry if that's my assumption. I'm sorry if that's a mean assumption to make. But deep down, you know it's true. I'm just judging by demographics. You know. Two kids here? What do you mean? You mean they are two? Or do you have two kids? Well, then I misjudged you. That's pretty interesting. Welcome home, Sean, by the way. Alright. Dashing. Absolutely dashing. Oh, fuck. Oh, mine. Okay, I got it. You have two kids? Damn. Alright, I guess I was wrong. You're probably already to bed if you're in European time zone, so... You're just enjoying your evening. Finally a little bit of peace and quiet, I think. Ah. You gotta go now? Alright, have a nice rest of the stream. Thank you for dropping by, Honk Stealer. Though I do hope that eventually you'll give us back our honks. I would like to have them back. You know, it is kind of hard to live without them. I was okay with like lending them to you for a little bit. You know, the bit was kind of funny, the running joke, but now it's getting kind of annoying to live without them. So, yeah. I mean, you can return them on another streams. It doesn't have to be today. Just, you know, just have that in mind. That eventually I'm gonna be more serious about asking for them back. Bonko Shiro, he's going to have a headache. I was gonna like rap on this part, but I can't rap. So, I'm just gonna keep talking. And nobody explodes. What's up, Mr. Oshiro? Just dashed right under me. Such a dumbass. Such a weakling, honestly. Awful ass hotel manager. I'm not gonna leave a 5-star review on this hotel. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it was his fault that the hotel failed. Maybe he deserves this fate, you know? Maybe the hotel actually did just have lice and bed bugs and was like kind of rancid. And toilets were dirty. And honestly, in the lobby there was no atmosphere. There was no place to meet new people. Room service was loud and rude. And the breakfast that was included was frankly didn't have enough options. That's my review of this place. I was gonna say this fucking shithole. I will say he does have a really good location. Like that's one hell of a location. All right, we're back in chapter 4 now, which is pretty cool because that means we have a 100% chapter 4 rate for the day, which is really good. That means I haven't died on chapter 1 and 2 and 3 today. Which is definitely not how it usually goes. But that also means that each individual attempt takes longer. But I guess it does also mean that I get more practice for these rooms. Which I don't think what I'm lacking is practice. I think what I'm lacking is focus. But practice definitely does help, I will say. Like, I wouldn't have gotten to chapter 4 twice in a row if practice didn't do anything. You see? Not the moving platforms where I have to, like, kind of hurt my joystick. While I keep going, and I keep going to the right. I don't know why I just tilted my head left when I said that I'm going to the right. I don't actually have, like, a right-left weakness. I'm just kind of stupid sometimes. Alright, I think I've collected a strawberry in each chapter. I can't forget to do it in chapter 5. Because that's the one where I could forget it. Because that's the one that's coming up. I collect a strawberry in chapter 4 anyways, every run. Like the one in the last room. And that one sometimes, when I'm feeling a little bit spicy. I got one in 2 where I usually don't get a strawberry. So yeah, that's kind of fun. I'm not going to do it for chapter 6 though. You know, any Sherlock Holmes enjoyers in chat are going to have fun figuring that one out. But I'm not getting a strawberry in chapter 6. Good luck. Man, honestly, I haven't played chapter 7A in so long. I feel like I'm probably not going to be able to golden berry it. I might have to practice chapter 7A, honestly. Real talk, I didn't practice any of the chapters, but I think I might have to practice 7A golden. Just so I have a fighting chance. I've done it in way too long. Whenever I've been playing chapter 7, I've just been playing 7B in order to grind out the golden berry I'm still missing. So yeah. That's gonna be fun when I get there. But honestly, I feel like I play better on reaction than, like, semi-practice, you know? Maybe that's just me, though. Maybe I just think that. Maybe that's just my confidence, my ego being too big, just like my cock. Rooms in 7A aren't that hard, though. Yeah, but it's like remembering what to do. I'll play on reaction the first time I get there. I won't practice before I get to 7 on this run through. I'll see how I do. You know, if I die on like the chapter 6 part in the beginning, then maybe it's worth considering. I do think nerves will be pretty bad, especially towards the end. I'll have to somehow feel completely apathetic to the run, which is gonna be pretty difficult. I'll find some way to die on checkpoint 1. And honestly, it'll be the best career thing my stream has ever seen. That'll make one hell of a clip on Reddit. Like, that's gonna go fucking viral in all of Celeste. I'm gonna make sure it goes viral in all of Celeste. That's gonna attract so many viewers to my live stream. Like, as soon as I die on checkpoint 1 in chapter 7A, I won't do it on purpose. Like, I don't want to fucking keep grinding this. But if it happens, I think my first instinct, I'll be like Trump pulling that that fuck ass pose after he got shot. It'll be me screaming, "I'll finish this on youtube.com/Mycromator." You know, like I'll have to shout out my run instantly, so it's still included in the clip. You know, so when people repost it, they'll get sent my way. Oh no! You're such a silly dilly. You're such a stupidity. I'm such a silly Billy, man. Oh no. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh man. Oh goodness. Oh bother. Oh bother. Oh my god. Well, in case I haven't heard, there's now 2 attempts on Trump's life. There's 1 attempt and 1 guy who got caught before he could do anything. So yeah. You know. Hip hop, hip hop. Jumping like a little bunny across the bridge. The bridge is full of cars. The bunny is going to die. We don't know when. We know inevitably the configuration of cars will lend itself to a distracted driver who cannot change lanes in time. It's weird stasis, if you think about it. The bunny in that moment, inevitably going to die, is still alive. Maybe that's just all of life. Inevitably going to die, yet still hopping along. Be sure to like the stream for more insightful thoughts like this one. Sorry if I just made you think about death. But that's not my fault that it's omnipresent and that it'll always come to get you. I will say, the fucking, like, Death, the character, like the man with a scythe, the Grim Reaper, one of the sickest mythology things ever. I fucking love the Grim Reaper. He's so cool. Like, the fact that your soul gets, like, taken by this dark, cloaked figure who cannot speak and only points. Who wields a scythe, of all things. It's really cool. I mean, if you didn't know why the Grim Reaper even wields a scythe, it actually comes because the Grim Reaper evolved from, I think it was like a Greek god, who was the god of the seasons. No, I think it was the god of the harvest. And then later, they got the title of god of the seasons, because you harvest in fall and you plant in spring and shit. Then eventually, the god of the seasons switched to the god of time. But he still kept his scythe. Because, remember, he was the god of the harvest at first. Which makes sense they would have a scythe. They've lost all their other identifiable traits, but they've kept the scythe. And, you know, what happens with enough time? Well, just like the passage of time is inevitable, death is too. So, you know, that's that. What's up, big boy? The berry isn't even that big. I don't know why I keep talking about big boys who aren't even that big. Also, aren't like strawberries? No, I don't think strawberries are female inherently, just because they have seeds. I actually don't know. Do strawberries have gender? And if so, are all the berries women? Am I eating women? Bad phrasing, bad phrasing. Anyways, badeline, how about you come chase another person and not me? How about you chase yourself some bitches? How about you chase after some other girl, you know? Like, I'm always not gonna show you any attention, big lass. I didn't say big boy, I said big lass. You know, for the first time ever. You don't think plants have gender? No, they definitely do. I know that some plants have gender. But, I don't quite know how it works. So, you know, something like roses pollinating each other or something like that. I don't know. They have male parts and female parts, but that's just an interpretation. Oh. I mean, if you're more knowledgeable on this than me, then I'll believe you. You're probably right. Okay. Let's keep going through the dream blocks. I don't know why. Okay, actually I understand, you know? Of course, the part that's just imagined in a dream would make for the most fun gimmick in the game, you know? Like, you know, in a dream, you have, well, you do have nightmares, like badeline. You also have good things happen that you deep down want to happen. Deep down, Madeline wants to go through Dreambox. That looks really fun. It also does look like the most fun gimmick out of all of them. Like, the bumpers from Chapter 6 definitely would hurt. The moving blocks are kinda cool, I guess, but I don't know. Definitely could be cooler. Dust bunnies and key coins. We've got keys in real life, so I don't know. Dust bunnies, not a big fan of those. Definitely wouldn't want to meet them. Traffic light blocks from Chapter 1. Those do look kind of fun, but they would break my kneecaps. So, that's not great. Like, the air resistance would push me off the platform. It would not be an inertial system. Oh god, the bumpers, please, anything but that. The bubbles, they seem fine. You know, they seem okay. Well, it does look like Madeline gets spinned around in them. I think overall, in the grand scheme of Celeste gimmicks, that would be one of the more pleasant ones, you know? The hot-cold switches in the core also don't seem exactly very pleasant, per se. What's up, Mr. Oshiro? We meet again. I love it how whenever I'm waiting, my first instinct is to just spam down on the D-pad so Madeline does her little, like, teabag dance. Did I just sound like the oldest person ever? That teabag dance? Oh no. Oh no. Am I old, chat? Am I growing old? Am I not relatable to the youths anymore? I feel like I'm slowly losing my grip on reality. But that's unrelated. We're getting to this room at like 6 minutes something pretty consistently. Like 6:23 even. Which is cool, I guess, because it means that I'm going at the same speed. Which also means that I'm kind of like a broken record. I keep playing the same parts. And eventually I reach that one part of the vinyl that's scratched up and I can't go on. So I skip backwards and I keep playing the same parts. The analogy really does work for this challenge quite well. Alrighty, Mr. Oshiro, we meet again. In just a few seconds. Mr. Oshiro, we meet again. I totally didn't practice this speech. Don't worry, don't worry. I totally wouldn't practice a speech against you. I'm not nervous around you or anything, Mr. Oshiro. Ooh, ooh, ahaha. Oh, teabag. Oh no, me British teabags. They've been hit by a cannonball. Oh no. I don't know why I just did the Australian or nor. British people would go, oh no. Are there some washing machines there? Machine washable. Do you think Madeline is machine washable? I feel like she would be. She built different, you know? She's built different. Yeah, now I'm imagining a Madeline plush going on like a spin cycle in the washing machine. That seems like something the Celeste Twitter account would tweet. And that's not said in a positive way. Celeste Twitter account, it posts pretty good things sometimes, but sometimes it just posts stinkers. Alright. Madeline. Delete. Yes. Restart. Another 8 minutes down the drain. I think I'm not gonna go as long today because there are people waiting on me, on a reply from me. Lots of people relying on me. And I also do feel slightly tired. I woke up pretty early today. I'm quite proud of myself. Well, you gotta go. See me next time. All right. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And Ezreal. And thank you for dropping by. All right. So I think next time I'm gonna stream. It might be tomorrow. I think I might stream tomorrow. I'll have to see. I'll have to look at it. But I think next time I stream, I'm gonna stream something different. Maybe I play Isaac. Lots of people have been wanting me to play Isaac. And that one's also kind of like an easy one that I don't have to think about before going live. Honestly, I think this one might be the last attempt, just because I don't want to stream for too long tonight. And we've already had some pretty banger runs today. So you better lock in, you better invest yourself in this one. And I know it's been a bit of a short stream. I'm totally not doing this because of the dead chat. I wouldn't. Anyways. Bubbles. I did notice the sign. It actually wasn't the last attempt. I don't count attempts to die in chapter 1. Because it's just so transparently like a short run that doesn't count, that shouldn't count. But yeah. Oh, it's just a car engine. You ever drive in cars, chat? Is this relatable to you? Is this relatable to the youths, you know? Like, I just noticed I'm old. I need to find things I have in common with them. Like, do you ever just, you know, watch a Mr. Beast video? Okay, funny story about that. I have, like, this tradition with one of my friends where for some reason, sometimes at, like, 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. if we're both still up, we just, like, watch Mr. Beast videos and make fun of them in a voice chat. It's a really fun tradition that we do. It's crazy, Mr. Beast, how much he's changed. I watched him back when he made, like, a video series called Bad Intros, which mostly entailed him making fun of children. Now all the videos are unlisted for mysterious reasons. I couldn't imagine why. Yeah. Definitely the channel has changed a bit, you know, he's changed his approach to YouTube just a slight amount. But he was imitating what I was working at the time, you know. Being edgy teen and feeling superior to younger people. But that always kind of sells. But I do feel as though it's less prevalent these days. Most YouTubers are in fact adults, in my experience. But it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, sometimes there's some teenagers that are like funny as fuck. Just sometimes though. Alright. Now, even if I die in chapter 1, this is actually the last one. I'm not even playing well anymore. I just kind of like, I had a big crash, you know, just all went downhill. But it's all been building up to this attempt in which I reached chapter 7. And I beat the game and no one's gonna see it. I like how many people think for this bridge scene that they've actually failed. Like, that this is an intentional death. I don't feel it as much as when people think they failed the feather thing in chapter 6, like at the beginning, during Star Jump. Like, that one, a lot of people, basically everyone who I've talked to about this game or seen play it, they've all thought that they failed the feather minigame rather than that it was impossible. Maybe I was just the only one who was built different and confident enough in my abilities that was like, no, that was an intentional loss. Like, I instantly recognized that something was wrong. Something seems fishy here. Usually I'm goated with the sauce, but right now, it seems as though I'm not. Am I winning? I was winning earlier. This is like my last attempt for the day, so yeah. Pretty short stream tonight. But this attempt's gonna go all the way, so it's actually not gonna be that short because it's gonna be like half an hour till I reach chapter 6. So we're gonna have a solid 1.5 hour long stream, which is fine. But anyways, welcome home, JW. Or as the drummer would call you, JV. Oh my god, my nose itches. Boom. Wall jumped out of that bad boy. Okay, so that's chapter 1 done. Slower than usual, but that's mostly because I kind of stopped in one of the rooms for some reason. Oh, because I wanted to scratch my nose. Okay, that's the first chapter done out of 7. So we're 1/7 through the game, so it's honestly not that bad if you think about it. Strawberries will impress your friends, but that's about it. Only collect them if you really want to. Good advice or bad advice? What do you think? What do we think, Chad? I think it's pretty bad advice because I don't know. When I played this game for the first time, I didn't have any friends, so you know, not really useful advice from that postcard. It just kind of assumes that you have friends and talk to people. I feel like I definitely wasn't the only person who doesn't have anyone to talk to the first time they played this. Maybe it says friends because in this chapter you meet Badeline and she's like your friend, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to read into the fucking postcard hints. Those are fucking loading screen tips. We're really stretching it for symbolism. Most of the symbolism in Celeste is pretty heavy-handed, not gonna lie. Ooh, in chapter 2 there's lots of cages. I wonder what that means. Totally doesn't mean that Badeline escaped from her cage, which is Madeline's brain, which is like repressed feelings. Huh, I wonder what this metaphor could mean. I will say, it's pretty cool. And it leads to the fact that a lot more people recognize the metaphors. I will say the writing in some parts is a bit cringe, because it's too direct. That's just my opinion. That's my one gripe with this game. The dialogue can be slightly cringe, and if that's the main complaint, when I'm talking about like 2 instances, that's a pretty good ratio. That's a pretty good ratio. But you can tell that both Theo and Madeline are millennials from him Seattle and her like British Columbia or something. I would assume. But actually, Madeline strikes me more as an Alberta girl. I don't know. She strikes me as someone from Alberta. In chapter 4, there's a lot of clouds, which is a reference to the fact that the clouds are in the sky in real life. Ooh, that's actually a really good metaphor. I never noticed that, actually. Thank you, JW. No, the clouds are actually a different thing, because clouds, they look solid from far away, but actually they're just, you know, fog. They're just air molecules. It's an illusion. It looks solid, but it's really just an illusion. Which is just like, you know, the facade that Madeline puts on, hiding her anxieties. Now that one's made up, and I don't think it's true, but it kind of works, doesn't it? It kind of works. You know, maybe a little bit. In chapter 3, the dust bunnies refer to Madeline's dust allergy, which she's fighting here. I know Shira's actually the he's actually the dust allergy personified, so you know that's why he's trying to kill her. And the dust bunnies themselves in the hotel, they are not metaphorical dust bunnies, they're real dust bunnies, and she's trying to get them out of her nose and like not get hit by them in the face. Which I think was a very interesting narrative choice to make an entire chapter based on Madeline's dust allergy, but I guess it can be a pretty debilitating one. So deep, so lore, yeah. It's very interesting. Today I tried to name all the Pokemon from Generation 1 through 3, just because I was bored. And my one rule is that I was only allowed to Google search evolutions. So that was my one rule. Because sometimes I just don't know the middle form of a Pokemon. Like, who the fuck cares? And I almost did it. But there's like these two eel Pokemon from Gen 3 that no one cares about. I don't think a single person ever thinks about them. I genuinely don't think so. There's generally some Pokemon that no one thinks about. That no one likes. Like, whose favorite Pokemon is fucking Braxish? And even then, I feel as though lots of Pokemon just get forgotten. Even if they're, you know, a core part of your team. Like, Swellow was never gonna be a thing you think about again. But maybe that's just my assertion. Maybe I'm just not a true fan. Whose favorite Pokemon is Flamigo? Yeah. Okay, I can imagine Flamigo being someone's favorite Pokemon. But whose favorite Pokemon is, like, fucking... What's the dumb one? Beartic. Like, who cares about Avalugg? I think it's kind of funny he's based on IKEA furniture, but still. Delibird? Togetic. Yeah, that one's my favorite. That one's my personal... I have plushes of Togetic. But no, I feel like that one eel Pokemon from Chapter 3, that one's really an exemplification for me. Because they really feel like they're just filler water Pokemon because they needed more water Pokemon. I can't even remember their name. Is it like Bruxish or something? Something like that. It's not Bruxish. It's a different one. I literally can't even remember. Flamigo is just a flamingo. That's it. Yeah, but at least flamingos are cool. Who thinks, I love Seal. Oh, what's Seal based on? Oh, Seal is based on a seal, but it's like... S-E-A-L, but it's, you know, the Pokemon's spelled S-E-E-L. And they added nothing, it's just a seal. And it evolves into Dugong. What's Dugong? Yeah, it's a Dugong. It's just the animal Dugong. It's really cool. There's some stinkers, for sure. I try to go fast on this one, which... I actually succeeded in. I don't know why I try to go fast on this one. This is like my last attempt. I'm ending stream after this one. For those who do not know. Alright. I'm just dashing out here. I look absolutely dashing. Did I keep thinking about that one image? There's like a monkey dressed in a formal suit. Like formal attire, and the description is, "Have you tried the bananas, darling? They're dashing." Which, for some reason, the thought of like a monkey banana connoisseur, because if you eat a lot of bananas, eventually you're gonna notice the fine details, the fine differences in flavor between them. And the thought of a monkey doing that, because monkeys eat bananas, is really funny to me. Like, imagine if at some point Donkey Kong starts, like, getting really into fancy bananas. And he can't eat the normal ones from his jungle, you know? His hoard isn't fresh enough. He must have the perfect cooling technology, so they're not too cool and go stiff or get brown, but they hold for longer and have a fresher flavor. I feel like eventually these monkeys, they would go on to r/bananas and discuss the newest banana related hobbyist purchases. It is interesting. I recently went on to r/beer, and God, the posts on there are stupid as hell. Mostly because it's made by Americans. Like, it's Americans who drink lots of craft IPAs. And you always gotta take it with a grain of salt, because those are the people paying $35 for like 6 cans of beer. Yapping? Do you mean me right now? Do you mean me just kind of talking? Yeah, that's what a streamer does. He just yaps all day. Would you like me to give you a lecture on price elasticity? I could. Price elasticity actually is like one of those concepts in economics that I feel a lot more people should know. Just because I feel like a lot of our perception of fairness and the market would be changed if the common person knew more about that. If you don't know what price elasticity is, price elasticity describes the amount of demand reaction or supply reaction that an increase or decrease of price has on the good, on demand or supply. So, goods that have a high price elasticity lend themselves to good competition. Because at the end of the day, you can say, oh yeah, if I increase the price of chips, they're just gonna go to different chips, They're gonna buy a different one. If I increase the price of my lemonade is a pretty fungible good. You can just like buy a different lemonade or buy a different soft drink. But water, on the other hand, is a not very elastic good, You need water. If you increase the price of water, people are gonna keep buying water. They don't have much of a choice. It's like housing. Housing isn't elastic. At the end of the day, prices are determined they can only be determined well if the market truly is large and there's a huge, varied offer of housing for all price classes and accommodation requirements. So at the end of the day, I think that the problem causing housing prices to go up so massively is a lack of supply, which has been proven time and time again. And trust me, I'm not much of a anti-government, get out of my regulations kind of guy. But I think a huge part in why housing supply is so low is because of, a lot of bureaucracy as it relates to it. Housing licenses, zoning, and additionally, also a lot of requirements as to how you can build the house. And I think thirdly, a lot of it is that housing construction often gets blocked by local initiatives. And it can get blocked by local initiatives because all the zoning goes through the government. So yeah, I think deregulating the housing market is like the one area where I'm really like, I think the government should take a step back. Yeah. So that's my take on that, and that's price elasticity explained. So now you can feel smarter. Ever heard of 3D printing houses? It's not... The main issue with constructing a house, the main problem with housing, isn't the actual cost to build the house. Well, it does make up a large part, especially for rent apartments. A lot of it is the land the house is on. That makes a huge chunk of the price. If you say you can build a house for $20, that's not gonna fix the fact that you need the space to build a $20 house. And that's still going to be directly correlated with demand. And those, I think, modular houses, which is a much better approach to it, where you basically say, oh yeah, we're going to make houses, and we're going to, but they're supposed to work together and fit together with standardized blocks. So it's basically like Lego, You say, oh, I have these different pieces of Lego, and they can all fit together in different configurations however the client wants. Because at that point, if you somehow find a way to produce these housing parts, not on site, but in a factory somewhere, you can still have the luxury of, the person constructing the house choosing the way it's modified and such, but you're also going to have the economies of scale because you're building a similar house in more of a factory setting. Standardization decreases costs. So, welcome home, game mations. You just came in after a person said all my commentary was yapping, so I started talking about economics. is we're in chapter 4. It's a pretty good run. It's actually the last run. So you better get invested in this one. If there's ever been a run to get invested in, it's got to be this one, because the runs today have been pretty good overall. And this is the last one. You know, I'm not a betting man, but I feel like definitely a time to put money on a horse. Just don't put too much money on the horse. It can't carry all that weight. But no, I've been thinking about making something economics related, like a YouTube channel where I yap about economic theory or something. That's really like what I want to do in life. I don't know. I really would just want to be a macroeconomist, and that sounds really boring to most people. But I don't know. I find the economy really interesting. On everything I beat this run. That's nice. Thank you for believing in me. Alright, this time I won't die to a dumbass snowball. I'll die to an intelligent snowball that I couldn't have predicted. No, I'm not gonna die in chapter 4. Last time I died in this room, which there really was no need to die in this room, to be frank. I don't know who Frank is, but I'm gonna be him for a second. I'm just gonna steal his identity for a second. I hope he doesn't mind sharing. At the end of the day, it's a bit selfish of him to, like, claim a monopoly over his identity. It's not theft. It's kind of like, you know, I borrowed his ideas. Because at the end of the day, what is your identity past just a collection of ideas about you and ideas you have about yourself? That was truly deep there, right? I made that one off the dome. It's politics month for Canada, and it's really showing because of the ads you're getting. What ad did you just get? Or you wouldn't be getting ads on my stream, at least I don't think. Unless YouTube is running ads and I'm not getting any money off of it, which... :D. Because the ads are targeted towards the demographic you are, so I would assume you probably get ads from, like, Labor. I would assume? Like the Liberals? I'm not sure. Yeah, but it's not looking good for for Labor in Canada, as far as I can tell. Not in Canada. You're getting hella political ads because of this season because of the U.S. Yeah. German elections are next year, so I'm still safe. But I don't know. I feel like my vote's fairly safe in Germany, unless things change too drastically. They've been mid this time around. Yeah, but I don't think you're the target demographic at the end of the day. You're not the demographic they're trying to sway. Let's say it like this. They're trying to sway, you know, millennial to Gen X voters in Pennsylvania. That's who those ads are made for. Your demographic's fairly decided on your vote at the end of the day. Even though this election does have a lot more young people leaning to the right. But that's happening in all of the world right now. That's just what happens when there's a recession and we haven't done the right-wing government in a while. You're in Pennsylvania, though. Well, then you must be getting bombarded. Okay. That's interesting, then. Really just, you know, best democracy in the world when the vote of people living in one certain geographic area just make up, like, the majority. Like, the majority of the voting power. And, like, the rest of the electorate doesn't matter nearly as much. It's really just a great system overall. But I think that everyone in this chat is too tired to hear about this again. It's constantly reiterated that it's a bad voting system. It's not a controversial take among young people. Which I would assume most people watching my stream are young, except for that guy who had 2 children apparently. That was fairly surprising. You know, man. Canadian politics is interesting. I love like randomly learning about the politics of other countries. I feel like I really get a look into what they're doing differently. I'm also very interested in politics, if you couldn't tell. But I think those two things go together. You can't really study economics without knowing anything about politics. And God, anyone who tries to yap about politics, who doesn't know anything about the economy, please shut up. God, I hate it so much. Most of what politicians do is as it relates to the economy. And that's like the thing that most affects actual people that are living under a certain government. Like, unless you're talking about authoritarian governments, which, at the end of the day, the equation still comes down to economics. So many people studying political science are like, oh, I don't understand anything about, the economy. Take a shot every time a politician says, oh. Let's see you get on a hot mic and, like, go onto a place where all of your word choices, all of your individual phrases you say, the exact wording you use, and the questions you answer, are taken at face value and could cost you your career, frankly. I think you're gonna and think a lot about what you're gonna say as well. Now, what I would find annoying is politicians avoiding questions. I think at the end of the day, saying that I'm currently unable to answer that is a much more transparent play, but I think all the political strategists that are advising these people have probably determined that the average voter doesn't care about a transparent politician, because at the a politician who says they don't know comes across as incompetent. Lots of times people say things they don't actually mean. Like when people say they want more direct democracy. They don't. They say they want direct democracy initiatives to be launched, but as soon as they do, people don't use them. People love talking about using them, but they don't care for actually doing it. It's an interesting dilemma and an interesting paradox in that sense. Alright, you got this. I do got this. I'm gonna beat chapter 5 this time. I'm gonna go back to chapter 6. It is kind of crazy that I called this run going all the way, and it actually did. Theo time? Yeah. Boop. I just gotta not be scared. That's like the main thing I gotta do. The fear is what usually kills me. That was pretty bad. I could have played that much better. I usually play it much better. But I survived, which is at the end of the day all that matters. Boom. Yeah, learning how to bonk on those guys is like such an essential skill to develop in this game. You really do need to know how to do it in order to do permadeath. Alright, let's do it. Not a great setup, but... Oh my god, how did I not bump? I keep trying to bump off of them to kill them and stun them temporarily, but I keep accidentally coming from the wrong angle. It's really annoying. Well, anyways, that's the stream for the day. I hope you enjoyed my politics and economics talk towards the end. We died in the same chapter 5 room twice, annoyingly, but that's how it is. That's how it be. Sometimes you just can't have everything. Let's... Oh, this is probably gonna get me copyright struck. Yeah. Why is my headphones are broken? Give me a second. I know I'm ending stream soon, but I want to fix my headphones. I think this might actually be unfixable. Alright then. I hope you've all had a wonderful rest of the stream. You have a wonderful rest of your night. And with all that said, I think I'm going to stream like Isaac next time or something. I'm definitely going to be streaming something else. Gotta take a break from Celeste. Gotta take a break. So yeah. I hope you've had a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. And bye. See ya.